Hey, we're back for another part here. So this time we're entering the insane asylum, mental institution, whatever you want to call it. Joyful place. So there you can see on the right that big door. That's the main entrance to this section. This is the last little lobby area. Straight into this little side room. There we go. We can pick up the first little straitjacket clue. Mine in a box. That's what we're going for here. And so 10 in total in this section. From the lobby up the stairs. Follow this all the way round, and you can see the clue kind of there. But anyway, yep, follow it round, and then we pick it up right here. Now just doubling back on ourselves, we'll meet up with Joy, and then going through this section, follow it right the way to the end. It's very linear, this section, which is lovely, but here's our next clue. And then through here, see those guys in the back by the red? Other side of the red there, jumping through. We're in a nice little room for our next clue. These aren't really that hard. There's a lot of collectibles here, spaced out, but it's very linear. So just picking up Joy, Possessor there, getting the next one, and then just jumping out straight away in this corridor for clue number 5. Then at the end of the corridor is a dead end. You just split up from Joy. You go down this little messy section, and there we go. Clue number 6. Following it down, you end up possessing a cat. Now, don't do the main thing you meant to. Just loop around quickly to the other side of that rubble, and there's your next clue. There's number 7. Now, as a cat, your main section takes you down a section of events, John McClane style. You jump down, you hear the buzz, some demons. Don't jump down yet. Pick up your clue in that corner, and then here's the area. I said there's demons, so you might want to clear them out there as I have there, but you head into this corner here. There's like a theatre section. I suppose that's what you call it. In the theatre, you head up to the very top, and you come to your exit. Just phase jump over that, and walk straight through, and that's where you left Joy for a split up. So that little corridor you saw, follow it round. There's clue number 9. And from here, there you go, back to Joy, through the door, and then just round the corner there to room 215. That brings you to the end part of the actual section, ignoring that, because obviously we're looking for our ghost story clues. Just up here is room 217. Here we go. Pick it up, and that's your 10. Nice, easy. Like I say, it's straightforward, these ones. Nice and a nice little line, not too hard.
I've had a long career working as a state inspector for the Department of Mental Health. During that time, I've been to a lot of institutions, and I have seen a lot of horrible things, but nothing even comes close to the evil events that I witnessed at Fairhaven Sanitarium, the place they now call Lux Eterna. I first arrived in 1926 to investigate claims of overcrowding and neglect. However, Fairhaven's reputation was tainted long before that. In 1911, Fairhaven opened its doors for the first time. A notoriously violent criminal by the name of Jack Yates was the hospital's first patient. He was to be the shining example of the hospital's ability to cure the mentally deranged. However, when the superintendent's family was visiting one day, Yates broke free from his restraints, and he killed the man's wife. Since then, no one knows what happened to Yates or the superintendent. Well, that is, until now. Superintendent Wallace Halstead greeted me at the door. He seemed as empty and unkempt as the patients he lorded over. And as I conducted my evaluation, I couldn't help but notice how nervous he got when I passed by a small broom closet. And naturally, I felt it necessary to find out why. When I opened the door, I was hit by the overpowering smell of human excrement. As the light flickered on overhead, I was horrified at what I saw. A withering man lay shackled to the floor in a pile of his own filth. Years of sunless existence had turned his skin, hair, and eyes milky white. He'd been chained there for so long that his skin had grown over the shackles. It took me a moment to realize that the husk of a man was Jack Yates. The police arrived and Dr. Halstead was carted off. Doctors moved Yates from the small room for the first time in 15 years. The floor beneath him was permanently stained with the shape of his silhouette. They tried to remove the shackles from under his skin, but the shock of it all was too much for him. He died the next day. I watched as they walled up his tiny prison, trying to pretend that it never happened. I honestly hope he's in a better place, although the staff still claims to hear his agonizing wails coming from inside the walls.